It may only be November, and I personally hate seeing Christmas decorations in the shops this early. But in terms of small business, we need to get out there now.
And if you're goods and services and your product takes a while to manufacture,
then you need to start now.
You need to have it ready because you want to please your customers. You don't want to say, I'll have it ready for you on Christmas Eve and I'll stay up all night to get it ready for you. So
right.
Shops like Target and so forth, they have a product on their shelf all ready to go. So you just go and pick it. Whereas me, every product is pretty much personalised. So I'd like to hear from customers pretty soon.
Now.
Yeah.
Especially in small business, you need to capitalise on calendar holidays. And Christmas is, the big one of the year. I've got a couple of friends in business and we were talking the other day and we've all started to put out there gift vouchers and loyalty cards for next year.
Absolutely. One of our KGB members has done that. She's sent out a loyalty thing. And if you do have to structure your family life around your business life, as most people do, you want to put business out there first and then, okay, I've taken care of you, now I'm going to concentrate on my family.
That's right. Especially with social media, start thinking ahead now. You don't have to put it out today or this week, but start thinking about concepts for the Christmas theme and not even just Christmas, summer.
New Year's.
Things like that.
Yeah, hours of operation.
Exactly. And start to make your customers and your potential customers know about that right now. And I think it's best to actually design an ad campaign so that you're doing something different each week. So I would probably suggest if you aren't or haven't already started, start getting it ready for the next 2 weeks so you can run nearly a 6-week campaign.
And another way that people, especially cafes and restaurants, could spin it for Christmas is midweek specials. Families get busy as Christmas comes to fruition. We've got our school things to go to. We've had such busy days when we do get invited out to Christmas lunches and things that we don't want to cook that night. So
I'm hearing you.
Midweek cafes could certainly do very well. Offer it to your customers. It's almost like your mum saying, come over for tea on Wednesday night, you won't have to cook. If the cafes around Kilmore could take on that sort of mothering aspect, come in, we're taking care of dinner for you Wednesday night. You know,
that sounds great.
Here's the menu.
Or even a couple of the bakeries around town could have things ready to go. So you just have to heat and eat.
Yeah.
Heat and eat. I like that.
Some people do so much cooking for other people over Christmas. They like to make the shortbreads for their friends. Well, who's cooking their dinner? They're probably going to get fish and chips that night. So why not? Cafes have got a really good chance to capitalise on Christmas. And the shops around town could be taking little photos of their stock and putting it on Facebook. This is a good present for a teacher and a photo and a price.
There are so many things that come with Christmas. Kids are graduating from both primary school and high school, and it's become the thing now to
get really busy
for graduation.
Yes.
Sporting teams are winding up. You've got coaches that you've got to buy for. So there are so many opportunities
and
to
we want to keep them in Kilmore buying these things because time-wise, if they go down to Melbourne to buy it, then they lose family time. So we want to offer to people in Kilmore, look, here's an ideal gift for your teacher.
Yeah.
The retailers have got to show their customers the idea of their stock. So this is the idea. This is where you buy it from. This is when I'm open.
And I'm channeling Carolyn here. Stylise it. It has to be stylised.
Put some red ribbon around it. What about a bit of Christmas music in the street?
Not yet.
But soon.
Please
Possibly.
no. I haven't even started my shopping. So there you go, local shops. I haven't even started. I don't have time to get down to Melbourne. I would really
love to do it all in one place.
Now, I do know that just from checking things out on Facebook, our traders are offering late night shopping one night during the week. Wednesday nights they're doing it.
I think it's really good. You know why I went last year and what I really loved about it was I said to my hubby, there's late night shopping in Kilmore on Wednesday night, so you can come down and help me choose the present for the family hamper, which was really good. And while we were down the street, we ended up getting my daughter's birthday invitations. Plenty of time because it's not till January, but we thought we're down here and we can choose them all together and the lovely ladies helped me choose some stamps and things like that. So it is an advantage in that respect, as you can say, as a family, let's go and get our Christmas presents. I don't want to just have to be the one to buy them. Let's all go together.
I would love to keep it local, like not just Kilmore, but like to support Wallen and definitely Broadford and any of the other towns.
Also, if the home-based businesses could come down the street too, and that's where that Kilmore Memorial Hall would be.
It would
perfect.
be wonderful.
And then they put their wares out, and not that the retailers in the street would be in competition with the people that bring their home-based businesses, but the consumers get a choice, and at the end of the day, that's what keeps them in Kilmore.
Competition's a good thing. The whole competition and people getting upset about it really annoys me. You need competition to keep everybody on their toes and to keep products and services so much better. So it's not something that should be viewed as a bad thing or a negative achieve things.
Good for the consumer.
Exactly.
At the end of the day, they're putting the money into the pocket of the retailer. So I think small business is just the way of the future. We can jump online for those big businesses. I even heard that McDonald's is going to close down. Like as a franchise, it's not doing very well.
I have to say I do like going to a smaller shop and getting a decent burger.
And I'm so glad my kids are off it too.
I do quite often drive up to Seymour. One of my KGB favourites is up there.
And actually, that's what I wanted to say about customer service too is when you say, oh, that burger place, people know who you're talking about because it's got a good reputation. But if there's somebody in town that's doing very badly because of some bad customer service,
people also
unfortunately, the same thing can happen. They can go, oh, you mean such and such. Yeah.
It's really interesting because customer service has changed so much with the invent of Facebook, Instagram, everything like that. Previously, if someone got a bad rap, then it would only go so far. Now it goes out to millions of people within an instant.
But with good customer service, it spreads as well.
Unfortunately, not as fast as bad.
Not like wildfire. But we can, if we decide to, we can decide to share it.
Yes. The other thing that people shouldn't be afraid of is asking for reviews.
Yeah. On Facebook, you can do that.
On Facebook, yeah. Look, I have always had an issue asking for that. People will tell me, that was fantastic. You did such a great job. And I'll go, gee, thanks very much, and leave it at that. Now I've actually started, and I still cringe inside, do you mind placing a review? Because people are happy to tell you that you've done a great thing, but I don't need them to tell me. I need them to tell everybody else. So I actually did that over the weekend. I had a really good response with a customer. There was 3 people there, and they were like, oh my God, that's just amazing what you did. And I said, would you mind putting that on Facebook?
Yeah.
Which she did.
When
and
we
it's
say
gone a bit viral, so it's good.
We look up travel reviews. What do people think of this hotel before we stay there, and what do people think of this place to eat? More so a hotel. If the majority of the thought is positive, then we can use our own judgment.
Make sure you are listening to your customers too.
And you can get back to that particular person because they leave their name there. I wanted to touch on when you do get some negative feedback, it's not the end of the world.
No, it's just constructive.
Absolutely. It's a chance to change something that might need to be changed. And the person that gives you the negative feedback should be thanked because they've gone out of their way to point something out to you that perhaps you haven't seen, perhaps you've been too busy to see. I say all credit to somebody that does that.
Yeah. I think if someone is prepared to face you and give you that criticism, that's probably the best type of criticism to take. On Facebook especially, and I do talk about Facebook a lot because that's probably the main social media app that people use, you get what we call trolls on there. So you'll get people that'll just give you bad raps.
They're having a bad day.
Just for the sake of it.
Yeah.
Just to cause trouble. And on things like social media, it's so easy to become a keyboard warrior. And you can say things on there that you would never say to somebody's face.
Yeah.
So just learn to take that with a grain of salt. And I say that because I have had people in the past that have been devastated by some comments that people have said. So, for people that do write these comments, be very careful about what you say and really think about it. And if you are angry, that's fine. But take a breath before you start to write something on the keyboard.
Yep. I've got 2 things I want to say. One is that there is an app now that's been designed for teenagers. Before they post, it will get them to review what they were going to say.
Oh, yeah.
And I might share that on the OKR page if that's okay, Mark.
Too right.
And the other thing I wanted to say was on our Lunch with the KGB Facebook page, we encourage anybody who wants to have us or any one of us, potentially you might like Carolyn who's got more of a business aesthetics background, have a look at your business. I don't know how long this offer will be out there for, but let's say, just so that we don't get inundated, let's say 5 days. You've got 5 days to contact our Lunch with the KGB Facebook page and ask one of us to come and have a look at your business privately, make some suggestions that you might not be seeing about your business. If you want a pair of fresh eyes to have a look at your business, we'll quite happily do that for you for 5 days.
5 days.
Yeah.
Short week this week.
Yeah,
Maybe we make it till end of next week.
Yeah, and the Lunch with the KGB page is open for anybody who would like to join it. It's a public page that Belinda has set up for us, Lunch with the KGB. And after we do our radio show, we go and have lunch next door at Trackside, and that is also a free-for-all. You can pay for your own dinner.
We don't pay for that.
But we do that on the first Monday of every month after our show, and it's a chance for us to network as businesswomen who want to get away from the desk.
We do have the odd mail that comes along as well. So that's
Mark,
fine.
you can't join us today, but we always extend the invitation to Mark, and he's always busy.
And look, there's one other thing in terms of what Joe was just saying about coming down and having a chat with the KGB. You're never too old to learn. Like,
Or be inspired.
Yeah, I've had my own businesses for the past over 20 years, and I'm still learning. Like, I learn every day from Carolyn, learn something new from Joe. And when I was starting up the new business, I did take on board what a lot of other people had to say. And so that's basically what the KGB is about. It's not us telling you what to do, it's us working with other people.
Yep. We love to see people succeeding. And we want to rub shoulders with successful people.
Of course. And we want to make the local towns more successful and just bringing more people in. That's really what it's all about.
Networking with women is such an important thing to do too, because even in a shop you can sort of be a little bit lonely some days. You can have maybe one customer and that customer wants to come in and out. And I think if you seem to be bright and bubbly and chatty, then your customers are going to enjoy coming into your shop.
Even just for a chat.
Or even your home-based shop. You know, there's just that chance to stop and have a chat and network.